Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Tuesday, May the 10th. We got two games once again on Tuesday night, Miami and Philadelphia. We got game 5 of that series, and then we have game 5 of Phoenix and Dallas. Both of these series are tied at 2-2, so these are some pivotal game 5s. Should see, hopefully some close games tonight. Should see a lot of the key guys, a lot of the key starters playing huge minutes. So we'll talk through the three plays that I like for today. I was able to find 3 props that did stand out to me at first look, taking a look at the board on Monday night. I will say though, I said this in yesterday's video, the lines are getting really tough right now. I mean, it's hard to find a ton of props that you feel really good about just because lines are getting really sharp. There's not a ton of edge on a lot of these props. At least, taking a first look at the board, maybe some stuff opens up as the day goes on. I do provide, I forget to say this in a lot of videos, but I do provide additional plays over on Patreon. So if you guys have been telling the free plays I've been giving out in my YouTube videos every day, and, again, we had a great day Monday. Hopefully you guys have been making a lot of money over these last few days. We've been on this crazy heater. You want to get more plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. You can check that out. Link down below in the description. But yeah, we had another good day Monday, man. We got a 3-0 sweep. That's our third straight sweep. We've gone, we had a sweep on Saturday, sweep on Sunday, and another sweep on Monday. We're 9-0 over the last 3 days, and we are 14-1 over the last 5 days. We've had 4 sweeps over the last 5 days. It's been a crazy, crazy heater, man. I know this is not going to continue. I hate to be negative when we're going on like such a good heater like this, but I know we're going to have a losing day at some point. Hopefully it's not today. I don't know when it's going to be, but obviously we're kind of hitting at an unsustainable rate. But man, it's been awesome. It's been awesome to be on a heater like this. We hit over 23.5 PRA for Al Horford on Monday. That one hit all the props hit very easily Monday. Wasn't even much of a sweat. Needed 24 PRA from Horford. He finished with 41. He had a huge game. Needed 6 rebounds from Tatum. He doubled his projection +1. He had 13 rebounds. And needed 4 rebounds from Pat Connaughton. He finished with 7. So was a great day on Monday. Another clean sweep. Felt like I was spot on with my analysis on all the plays as well. Those are the days you look back and you really enjoy, because there's going to be times when you give out a play and maybe you get lucky, maybe a guy just gets red hot and stuff like that. But when you look back at your analysis and the guy plays around the minutes you expect him to play, his usage is what you expect to be. That's when you feel like you're spot on with your analysis, your process. And I feel like lately, man, we've just been spot on. Been a crazy run, but I got 3 plays I like for today, guys. Before we get started talking through the plays I like for today, as always, man, hit that like button down below. I appreciate all you guys checking out these videos every day. The support has been unreal. Been getting over like 200 likes on all the videos. Hopefully, we can get over 200 likes again, maybe even close to 300 likes. Just hit that like button. That's all that I ask. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button as well. Obviously, I'm uploading these Prizepicks videos every day for you guys. I'm giving out some free plays. I know hopefully you guys have been tailing, winning some money. If you have, just hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. That way, when you log into YouTube, you open your YouTube app, you'll see my videos right there in your subscription feed. Won't even have to look my channel up. They'll be right there when you log into YouTube. And also, if you're new to Prizepicks, maybe you bet player props on another DFS site, or if you bet player props on a sports book, you want to give Prizepicks a try, you can sign up with my promo code Noah. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But let's talk through the 3 plays that I like for Tuesday's slate. And we're going to start off in the PRA category. So I want to go ahead and say that all 3 plays I'm on for today, all are coming in the Phoenix-Dallas game. I took a look at Miami-Philadelphia. I tried to find some stuff I liked, but I didn't find a ton that I loved in that game. Most of the props I liked, at first look at least, were in this Dallas-Phoenix game. So starting off in the PRA category, one prop that I like quite a bit is Dorian Finney-Smith over 18.5 points, rebound, assist. So this is a number that Dorian Finney-Smith has been hitting a lot so far in the playoffs. His minutes have been super high. If you actually look, I pulled up his game log on the screen. He has played at least 38 minutes in every single playoff game except one. And the one game he didn't was game 2 of this series, when he played 20 minutes because he was in massive foul trouble. He had 4 fouls in 20 minutes. Obviously, Dorian Finney-Smith, if he gets 4 fouls in 20 minutes today, then we're drawing dead already. But that's not something we can expect to happen. Normally, Dorian Finney-Smith is not a guy that gets in foul trouble too often. And you can see his minutes, 44, 42, 47. Like, he's just playing massive minutes. I think he's averaging like 40 minutes per game in the postseason. And if you actually look at his game log, his PRA, he has gone over this PRA in every single game except like 2 or 3. And the few games where he didn't, he had like 17 or 18 PRA. Like this game against Utah, he had 9, 6, and 2, so he had 17 PRA in that game. This game against Utah, he had 11, 4, and 3, 18 PRA. In this game, he had 14 and 4, so 18. Like the games he hasn't gone over outside of the 20-minute foul trouble game, which I don't even want to include. Outside of those, or outside of that game, the 3 games he's gone under, he had 17, 18, and 18. So he was right there at his projection. He's been very consistent though in the playoffs. Been hitting around his projection. Has had some games though recently where he has gotten really hot from 3. Like last game, he had 24 points. He did shoot 8 for 13. Probably a little bit unsustainable. He shot 8 for 12 from 3. Like I don't expect Dorian Finney-Smith to take 12 threes a night. But if you've been watching a lot of these games, especially like last game, Dorian Finney-Smith, he did have a lot of open looks from 3. And we know Phoenix, for the most part, I mean, they're going to try and do their best to stop Luka, which could mean, double teams going to Luka. If Luka's getting double teamed, if they're trapping Luka, that's going to allow for guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, maybe Reggie Bullock, some of these guys to get some open looks from 3. It just comes down to them, making them or not. And Dorian Finney-Smith has historically been a pretty good three-point shooter. He's also been a good rebounder too, and his rebounds have been pretty good in the playoffs. We've seen them, we've seen Dallas go small at times, actually play Dorian Finney-Smith at the center position. There'll be some times where maybe Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber are not on the floor, and Dorian Finney-Smith is basically the center when that's the case. And obviously, if he's playing center, if he's getting some center minutes, his rebounds should be really good in those center minutes. You can see so far in the postseason, he has at least 4 rebounds in every single game except one, and the one game he didn't was the 20-minute 4-foul game, which again, like I just don't even want to count that game. So he's been, knocking down threes. He's been rebounding. He'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 assists. You could maybe take the over on his points prop. I think his points prop was set at like 12.5. But I feel good about PRA just because, he could maybe finish with like 10 or 11 points but still go over his PRA because he can grab, 6, 7, 8 rebounds. He might get 1 or 2 assists. The minutes are going to be massive. We know he's playing like 40 minutes if it's a close game, and he's not in foul trouble. So like this one a lot, over 18.5 PRA for Dorian Finney-Smith. That was the first prop I liked for today. And then the second and third props are both going to be points props. So the first one I like is going to be Mikal Bridges over 12.5 points. So this is one that really stood out to me when I was looking at the sports book. So right now, DraftKings Sportsbook, they have Mikal Bridges points prop set at 13.5 with minus 145 on the over. So this prop on DraftKings Sportsbook is set at 13.5, and there's heavy juice on the over. If it was set at 12.5, I mean, it would probably be like minus 170, minus 180. Clearly this is a prop that is getting a lot of volume, or a lot of people are betting on the over, and it makes sense. I mean, this line is too low for Mikal Bridges. It's 2 points lower than his season average. During the regular season, Bridges averaged over 14 points per game. Now I know he's gone under the last 3 games, but this is a play that I like a lot, and it's very similar to the Jason Tatum rebounds play from yesterday. Like Tatum's rebounds was 2 rebounds lower than his season average. On the season, Tatum averaged like 8 rebounds per game. His line was set at 5.5 yesterday. I know Tatum has not been rebounding lately, but at some point, there's going to be some positive regression for Tatum, and obviously we saw that be the case on Monday. There's going to be some positive regression for Mikal Bridges. He's not going to put up, 6, 8, 10 points. I mean, he had 6 points last game. He was in foul trouble last game, though. If you actually look at the popcorn machine, I pulled this up. So Mikal Bridges, he played the entire first quarter, which is usually what he normally does, and then he usually checks in with about halfway through the second quarter. He checked back in, but he picked up 1 foul in the first quarter, and then he picked up his second foul with 2 minutes left, and then his third foul. So he had 3 fouls in the first half. He subbed out a little bit early because he picked up his third foul. And then he only played 3 minutes in the fourth quarter before picking up his 4th foul. So he lost out on probably like 8 minutes. He didn't play any of those 8 minutes in the third quarter, when normally Mikal Bridges usually plays like the entire first quarter and the entire third quarter. He's another guy, very similar to Dorian Finney-Smith. He's just been playing massive minutes so far in the playoffs, and I have his game log pulled up as well. Outside of the last game when he was in foul trouble, 38, 39, 42, 44, 47, 41. Like he's playing 40-plus minutes a night. You can see so far in the playoffs, he's scored 13 or more points in half of his games. The games where he didn't go over, though, I mean, he was right there in his projection. He had 12, he had 11, and then he had a few games where he only had 8 points and 6 points. But on the season, Bridges has averaged just over 14 points per game on the season. Again, I think this line I think it got bumped down a little bit too much just because of a few bad games. And, maybe Mikal Bridges has another, low-scoring game today. He's not a guy that normally is going to score a ton. I mean, he's not a super aggressive offensive player. He's actually a pretty good shooter, though. Like, he's got a good mid-range jumper. He can knock down threes. It's just that when you're playing with Devin Booker and with Chris Paul, a guy like Mikal Bridges is not going to be able to really demand the ball. But we've seen him have some big scoring games. I think recently in the playoffs he had like 30 points. Not saying he's scoring 30 points a day, but I like his chances of scoring at least 13 points, especially when he's playing 40-plus minutes a night. As long as he's not in foul trouble, I think we're getting over 40 minutes from Mikal Bridges. He can knock down threes. He's got a good mid-range jumper. He'll probably take 8 to 10 shots. It's just a matter of if he can knock down those shots. And again, he's a fairly efficient shooter. He's a guy that normally doesn't have like too bad shooting games. So I like this one a lot. The sports book would agree as well. I mean, it's right now this prop is heavily, there's a lot of juice coming in on the over here for 12.5 points for Mikal Bridges. So that was the second prop that I'm on for today. Third and final prop that I like is going to be over 10.5 points for Jay Crowder. So this is a number that Jay Crowder's been hitting 4 straight games now, honestly. And then in the other game he didn't hit it. He just came up just short, had 9 points. Jay Crowder, I mean, very much similar to Mikal Bridges. Like, he's not a guy that you would really think about taken for points because he's a fairly low usage player. He's not a guy that's going to take a ton of shots, but his minutes have been trending up, which is one thing I like to see. He's now played 36 minutes in back-to-back games. His shot attempts have also gone up. He's taken 12 and 13 shots over the last 2 games. Now, he's been shooting pretty efficiently. I mean, 58% from the field, 57% from the field, 66% from the field. Maybe he doesn't shoot that efficiently, but a lot of the games where he has gone under so far in the postseason, this is a number that he has gone over, I believe, in half the playoff games, so 5 out of 10. The few games where he didn't go over, I mean, he was right at his projection, 10 points, 9 points, 9 points. In some of these games, he was limited by foul trouble. Like, he was really struggling with foul trouble in that Pelicans series. We saw him play limited minutes in a lot of games because, 5 fouls, 4 fouls in this game. Well, the last few games he stayed out of foul trouble. He even went to the locker room last game, and he still played 36 minutes after losing some minutes, because he had to go to the locker room. Does Jay Crowder continue to play 36 minutes? I mean, it's possible. He's been playing really well. He's been knocking down shots. I think as long as he continues to do that, Monty Williams would probably give him 35, 36 minutes. So I think we're getting like mid-30s minutes from Jay Crowder. He's been taking a good amount of shots, 12 and 13 field goal attempts over his last 2 games. He's been shooting the ball way more efficiently lately. I mean, Jay Crowder's he's one of these guys you never feel great betting on points because he's never been a guy that is known to score the ball. But again, this is another situation where Dallas, they're probably going to try and focus their defense on Devin Booker, on Chris Paul, and you could see open looks for guys like Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges. It just comes down to them making their shots or not. And with how well Jay Crowder's been shooting the ball lately, with how much better he's looked offensively, I like his chance of getting 11 points here. So these are 2 props I like quite a bit, or 3 props actually. Dorian Finney-Smith over 18.5 points, Mikal Bridges over 12.5 points, and Jay Crowder over 10.5 points. Again, it's a tough slate, man. I will say the board and Prizepicks, the lines have been getting really tough. It's been hard to find a ton of props that really stand out that I feel super great about. But we've been still hitting, man. We've been still hitting. Hopefully we can continue this heater. Hopefully we can go 3-0 tonight, get another clean sweep. But again, I wish you guys the best of luck tonight. If you're tailing these plays, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you guys have been tailing over this heater that we've been on, been making some money. Appreciate all you guys' support though. Hit that like button down below. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button as well. If you guys want additional Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon. You can check that out. Link down below in the description if you are interested. Usually later in the afternoon, a couple hours before the first game of the night starts, I'll post some other plays I like. I'll take a look at the board, see if any other props open up. Try and find some other stuff that I can give out to you guys, and I provide those over on Patreon. So check that out if you are interested. If you haven't signed up for Prizepicks yet, use my promo code NOLA. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But that's all that I got for today, guys. Hopefully we can get another clean sweep tonight, continue the heater. Wish you guys the best of luck on the slate. Enjoy your Tuesday night, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.